Walking in the Himalayas is like walking in the clouds. The tallest peaks on earth make you feel so small. When we learned families live way up here in hard-to-reach areas, we wanted to bring the children books. We began our journey down in Nepal's capital city, Kathmandu. We gathered hundreds of pounds of books from different publishers and authors.
My brother is Pawan Sakhi. That's my brother.
We read a lot of books too.
You wrote it? Yes. Yeah. Wanted to create a female hero, female lead in our books. Especially you don't find those characters in children's books.
It's important for children to read positive stories about being equal no matter if they are a boy or girl. We organized all the books in our hotel room. We wrote about some too. Some of the lessons include be kind to others, don't be lazy, don't brag. One day, Cataleo was running up the flower leaf mountain. What I like about Kawa is that she never gave up. We learned school children read in Nepali and English. And children in monasteries read Tibetan and English. Last books in? We're done! We packed all the books in boxes and headed to the Solo-Khumbu region. That's near Mount Everest. We drove for about 5 hours. We had a special guide named Freba Sherba. He lives in this region.
Around 45 minutes, they have to walk to the school. And they came back home in the evening. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so you have to go from that side of the mountain all the way to this side?
He was telling us that his children walk from one mountain side to the other to go to a school every day. He took us to his home. And we met his children. And we gave books to their school. It was neat to watch the children practice karate too. We also had a National Geographic photographer with us who has been in the region for more than 40 years.
To be able to share what I know about the Himalayas with Project Life is absolutely a privilege.
Thomas Kelly taught us about the culture and religion.
It's a confluence of the Hindu culture and the Buddhist culture. There's lots of things that the Buddhist culture has taught me about myself, wisdom and compassion. I got the chance to be able to share some of that with the girls, and they listened and they seemed to appreciate it.
This is an area close to Tibet, and there are many Buddhist monasteries. We gave books to 2 monasteries. We saw a boy arrive at the monastery for the first time. I gave him my kurta, which is a blessing for their culture. We also met the Rinpoche, a very respected leader of the religion. He was an 8-year-old boy, so we gave him some books too. When a Rinpoche dies, they believe he is reincarnated. That means his spirit goes to a younger person. We stayed with the Anis. Those are female monks. We watched and helped them in the kitchen. They make tea, dalbat, which is rice and lentils, and sag, which is spinach. use butter to make candles too. My favorite part of being in the monasteries was watching their puja, their worship time. I like the mantras, the musical instruments, and when we received blessings from the high lamas. Our journey continued. We had to get out of one vehicle across a suspension bridge to get onto another vehicle on the other side. And we drove until the road ended.
So cute!
And that's where we met our yaks.
They're gonna take the books to Kumjang and Namche with us.
They took our books, but had to take a different path at first. People were making the road by cutting the rock, so the yaks had to go a longer way.
Junkies are here!
Wow, they made it! There's our books!
We walked to a tea house where we met Pasing and Newton. They showed us our room and taught us how to write in Nepali.
There's two. Look.
We gave Pasang and Newton books in the morning while our books were being loaded on our yaks. We read Zak The Yak to them too.
I just hope that these hooves will allow me to tie.
I like to reading Zak The Yak because it's just what we're doing. We're going to bring books on the back of a yak to schools all around. Gelu is the man that takes care of the animals. They are called zupkis, which is a type of yak and cow. He names them Kage, Ropku, Sal, and Gale. They moved faster than we did. We shared the path with donkeys too. We saw prayer wheels and prayer flags in every village and special place. We even saw a picture of the Rinpoche we met. And we met a baby yak. So cute! We also handed books out to the children we met in different villages we passed.
She says it was a
Norbu could read English well. We learned he goes to the Kumjang school, which was our final destination.
Is it easy to get a book in your village? To buy a book?
We also learned that some children don't know how to read. They have to work instead of go to school.
Does she know how to read?
That was really sad to hear. We wrote down in our journals at night. We learned not just the trek is hard, but life is hard up there too.
Hiking the mountains, and here's one of the yaks.
See you soon!
Most everything is carried up on backs on the Sherpas.
Kitchen. Those are the great Sherpas of the Himalayas. And they're going up to Namche. And they're carrying a wash basin, pressure cookers, everything to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
In a few days, we reached Sagarmatha National Park, and we could really start to see the Himalayas. We learned Sagarmatha is the Nepali name for Mount Everest.
My name is Kier.
On our path, we met Kier walking up to his school. It was the same school we had already headed to Namche Bazaar.
Namche school. What's your favorite subject?
It's math.
My favorite subject is math too.
Math.
Kerr and his sister walked with us for a while.
Oh my God, you know.
We met their father too.
Yeah, we feel we are very lucky for that.
He is the school's headmaster.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Besides walking up the sides of the mountain, we crossed the suspension bridge. The walk was very tiring. To keep our spirits up, we made some rhymes.
We're just walking the whole way, we're not taking a car. We're going all the way to
Namche Bazaar. There's Namche!
Namche! There's Namche!
We reached Namche Bazaar. It is a bigger town since everybody who treks to the Everest Base Camp comes here to acclimatize. That means to get used to the high elevation.
It does! And maybe soccer.
When we reached the school, it was closed for holiday. They were building their library.
The newly racked for the
Oh,
library.
good!
They were excited to receive more books.
Oh, great!
That's going to be a nice library.
Now we just have one more school to go to.
We're gonna see Everest.
On the way, we saw
Everest.
Mount Everest and all the other tall mountains.
Tarabaji lai lai mama aye goda, maju lain doli, papa lain soli, bubu mama supuka, kapal gedi kutuka, birala vancha meow meow, agulta vancha uchityaw.
Walking on the Himalayas is really hard because there's lots of uphills and downhills, and it's just so beautiful when you get to the top.
We learned Sir Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest, stayed in the village we were headed to. It's called Kumjung, and he had the school built too. Their library was big and beautiful, but they hadn't received a new book in over 10 years. I think people are really happy to have books, new books, because sometimes new books can inspire kids to read more.
This is her grandfather.
And there's actually a mountain. We even saw Norbu, a boy we met down in the valley. We learned from the children up here. They were so eager to learn, so motivated. They do an assembly every morning with exercises and songs. I think because there are not so many schools up here and it's hard work to get here, they appreciate learning more.
We gave books to over 1,000 children, and that made my heart shine. I hope these children are still reading and they like their books. Next time we come back, I hope we can bring more.